Hello my lovelies, welcome to another plan with me. Today, as you can see, we're in my Erin Condren and we are doing the week of the 25th of February through to the 3rd of March, which is actually a birthday week for me because it's my eldest son's birthday on the 1st of March. Excuse me. For you regular subscribers to my channel, regular watchers, I do apologise there wasn't a video put up on Friday. Those of you that have watched my recent videos will probably realise that I was away this weekend. I was actually at the Spring Thing Planner Thing event down in Devon. I have to say that the organiser Annabelle did an absolute fantastic job. It was a really good planner meet, lots of fun, lots of fabulous workshops. A huge shout out to all the shops that contributed to the goodie bags. They were absolutely amazing. Met some wonderful people, made some wonderful friends. It was just a really good time. So, thank you to everybody for making it such a wonderful event. So without further ado, let's get started. Today we are using this gorgeous spring kit from the FabPlannerPrint. There we go, just show you all the way through. And then clips for this spread are these two. As you regular subscribers will know, I do have one of these clips in my Happy Planner as well. Which is just exactly the same clip, but it's a different colour. So now I have a really sparkly ombre effect one for my Erin Condren as well. And then I'm using this gorgeous blush pink bow. And these are both from my Unicorn Planner on Etsy. And then washer choices for this spread are these three. So this one, whoops, I believe came in a tube from the range, and it's just a rather nice reddish pink or pinky red. I just thought it went quite well. This gorgeous rose spring almost English garden effect washi is from Little Thoughts store. It's absolutely beautiful, but I don't know if I'll use this one just purely because these are a really sort of rose pink, whereas this is kind of like a blush peachy pink. So I don't know about that one. And then the other washi choice I've got is this, oops, upside down, this gorgeous, I would say they were tulips actually, in rose gold on this lovely green washi, and I got this from Sweet Pleat Planner Supplies. Again, they're on Etsy as well. So absolutely gorgeous, and probably going to use this. Although the green is slightly different, it's not overly noticeable that it will stand out too much. So without further ado, let's find my date covers. And I have just realised I haven't actually dug out any date dots for this kit. So that isn't an issue because, and I'm hoping and praying, yep, I've got some left over from this kit which hopefully will sit just above the top there. They're also from FabPlannerPrint, but that is a Happy Planner kit that I used last week, funnily enough. So right, let's get started. So we'll start off as I always do with just whiting out. So if you're new to my channel, guys, hi, welcome. My videos are always quite chatty, quite faffy, quite erratic, but hopefully good fun. And I've always said the reason I do these is just to show you guys what I do and maybe inspire you to do something a little bit different. I might not. You might go, oh my god, that's overwhelming. I am a no white space planner, so I literally use the entire kit at any given time. So right, let's get started with the date covers. I may or may not need my tweezers. My fingernails are getting a bit long. They are due to be done this week, annoyingly, but being as it's half term, my nails are just going to have to hang on that little bit longer till we get the kiddywinks back to school, and then I have a little bit of time. I can pop to the salon and get them done. So yes, if any of my subscribers or any of my watchers out there now went to the spring fling planner thing, what did you guys think of it? I'd love to know what you guys thought about it, what you enjoyed the most. Let's try and make this video kind of a bit interactive as best we can with it not actually being a live feed. I loved it. I finally got to meet some people that I've spoken to online for an absolute age, which was fantastic. Turns out they are both as mad as I am, and it was fantastic. So you know, that was really good. I have to admit, my anxiety and my nerves prior to the event were through the roof. I mean, it was completely out of my comfort zone, but I have no regrets whatsoever of going, and I'm so glad that I did take the plunge and I did go. I guess with most things, it's kind of what you make of it. And everyone's a little bit different of how they handle things. I mean, some people wouldn't be fazed by a huge crowd like that at all. Me, I was terrified. But that's me. That's kind of how I deal with things. So I want to see if these date dots will fit. Right, didn't I? Right. But no, I mean, so many. Let me just check what I normally do, because if I put washi up there, then I don't want to put the date dots down. Sorry. Yeah, see, I do put a washi strip up there normally. But, hang on, I might be taking the glitter washi out. I don't know. If that strip ooh, I might change it up a little bit here, because I actually think that so no, right, okay, I am going to lay these directly onto the white space, and I'm not going to put washi down, which probably means I now won't use the glitter washi as previously intended. Ooh, exciting things. Because I actually think that works really, really well like that. It also means I'm not covering up any of the day colours, which always sometimes annoys me. So now we're going to count backwards. And these actually fit perfectly in both planners, so I think I'll be holding on to these date dots for this purpose now. Look at that. Doesn't that work perfectly? Oh, I'm really chuffed with that idea. Really chuffed. Really, really chuffed. So now, looking at what I was looking at a moment ago, I need the washi. Now I'm thinking, if this is the same width as this, which it is, give or take, then I want to lay this here under my date dots without it moving, which it just did, which is really annoying. Sorry, right. Coil issues is what I'm going to call this bit here. I'm so used to planning in the Happy Planner. Not worry about that little bit of overrun that side, but that works really, really well. and it is pretty much the same width as the headers, so it does work fantastically well. So here we go. This is gonna work. Woo. Oh yes, no, I like that. Right. See, even I change things up as I go along. I have an idea in my head and then I'll change it up. So now we're going to move on to my full boxes, and then I think I'm going to keep that as my theme sticker. So I'm just going to work my way through the boxes, making sure I'm all lined up nicely, because I wouldn't want to be wonky. Yep. There we go. Oh, beautiful. I absolutely love the artwork in this. It's stunning. Absolutely stunning. So pretty. I'm not an overly girly girl, in the sense of you know, pink and girly and all the sort of normal girly things. But I am finding that I'm absolutely adoring these spring themed kits at the moment. I mean, I do love flowers. You know, I'm quite at home in a garden full of flowers. So I guess that's possibly why, and I do love animals. I do absolutely adore animals. So, and spring almost, it kind of uplifts your mood, I think. And that could just be me, being me. But there we go. Like so. So we've got one left on there, which I said obviously I will come back to, because I will end up using that as my theme sticker. Now I'm pretty certain, yes, I do my todays now, so moving on, and I probably will use tweezers at this point, just because it helps to line everything up, especially when I get closer to the coil, because it allows me to have my hand just that little bit higher than I would normally. Just like so. Now, as you can see, I just run along the colours. I mean, you could colour block, intentionally colour block, I suppose, with these kits if you wanted to. I mean, I don't personally aim to colour block. I quite often end up colour blocking, but I just like to sort of run along the days, if you like, run along the colours. Obviously some of the kits I use, they've got one colour for the todays, one colour for the to-dos, so on and so forth. Every shop has their way of doing things, and there's not a correct way of doing it. It's not an incorrect way, it's what you prefer, therefore you purchase. So, sorry, I need to check what way up I do this. And yeah, it's big one and small one, so I want my half boxes, which are typical the last page. So I'm just going to alternate these, I think, as we go along. No specific order. I just thought as this was the start of the week, it'd be quite nice to have the pattern that sat in the top corner there. So like I said, planning is, and I always say this, I say this in literally every video. It is what you make of it. There's no right or wrong way. It's what works for you. And this method works for me. You know, that's why I do it. You know. And I will continue to do it this way, because this is what works for me. This is not how I started out, and I will one day show you guys one of my earliest planners that I can lay my hands on and show you that actually I was a little bit more erratic with my stickers back then. Didn't necessarily cover the whole space, I didn't necessarily do it in a specific order. I just did what I did. Moving on now to quarter boxes. So I don't want that one anymore, that one, but I do want these ones. So this is possibly where I'll colour block now, just for the sake of colour blocking. Because sometimes it's just easier to colour block, if that makes sense. Sometimes it is, sometimes it isn't. Alright, go quiet there because I was having coil issues again. I'm sure the issue with the coil will, A, I'll get used to it, and B, when the planner evens out, won't be so much of an issue, she says. Obviously this is my first year planning in an Erin Condren. Have to admit, I do love the paper, the quality of it. It's just something a little bit different for me to use, to be fair. So I don't have another pink, but I do need a peach, and I don't need another blue. So, right, I'm going to use the peach coloured one there, just for something a bit different, and then, fortunately, I'm going to have the blue with green. And then possibly come up with something else here, I'm not sure what. See, the build yous in the habit trackers are the right size. But I don't want to use that, or am I going to have to? Possibly going to have to. Okay. I'm not going to use a build route or a habit tracker. I'm going to use one of these slightly smaller ones and just kind of leave a gap between the bottom of the box and where the washi is going to sit. So, I think it's going to have to be this tulip green. Just matches better in my opinion. Although the rose washi is absolutely stunning, and what concerns me here, yeah, right, so just bear with me, the pink is going to show up something awful through it, so we'll just take the original headers out a little bit, just so they don't stand out on the washi quite so badly. And then we're just going to line it up there, I'm running it all the way along, and then just pop it off at the end. Right, this is just a Cricut scraper. I mean, I used to use, before I got my Cricut machine, I think that looks lovely, although I'm not too sure about that now. But I might just put deco over that because I don't really use Sunday in my planner, in this planner anyway. And then we just make sure it's lined up nice and straight, like so, and then we snap it off like so. Now it's going to be my to-dos. So this planner, for those of you that are new to my channel, I use for my PR work and my social media. So remembering that I must film for you guys and what day I'm doing and what planner I'm doing on that day. So pretty much they say the same every week, because basically Tuesdays, which is today, is Erin Condren Day. Fridays is Mini Happy Planner Day. And obviously Thursday is my classic Happy Planner Day. The only you know, that will change up from time to time. I may sort of pre-plan that that's going to happen on those days, but that's that, and that's the end of that. So, you know, hit and miss. Sometimes I'll do a haul video, sometimes I'll do a monthly plan with me video, sometimes you'll get a video in my Pt1. It entirely depends on what time I have, what restrictions I have, etc. But I do aim to do a minimum of 3. So I do apologise for last Friday not doing a Happy Planner spread. I haven't even put the pictures of that spread up on my Instagram page yet either, just purely because, like I said, I was packing and I was travelling all the way down to Devon. So kind of making sure I had everything for that. Now moving on, we are going to do my full box checklists. Before any of you point out, or but you're about to go over the box, it's intentional, and you'll see why in a minute. You will see why in a minute. As I've pointed out, I am a no white space planner, so we use up all the space. Yes, you can slightly see the end of the box through there, but it kind of sits on a line of the checklist anyway, so it doesn't really matter. And I tend not to write very much. I tend to use stickers that tend to go over the lines anyway. I kind of use it more for the fact that I've got the checking at the heart, sort of as a tick box, if you like. That's just me and what I do. No. So moving on, and then I've got a checklist left for my sidebar. if I need it. I don't think I do use it, but we shall see. Oops, I've just dropped the stickers that I need in a moment, my functionals. So now we are going to find the bottom washi and we are going to pop the bottom washi on, which, look how gorgeous this is. And this is why I don't mind. It just pushes the bottom washi down to the end of the page so that it fills the whole page. Because it's a little bit thinner than normal, but it also means I have an excuse now to use washi in my Erin Condren spreads, because the big washi and the strip up there. Sometimes I use blank headers that just pushes the page down by putting in that lovely strip of washi, and it also gives me an excuse to use my washi, because let's face it, I'm a washi addict. So what we have left on here is just some deco, which I am planning on using because I absolutely love that box. But now